Imagine you're mailing this like multi-million-dollar package, right? But the courier tells you the only place to write the destination address is on a tiny 1-inch postage stamp.
Yeah, you're inevitably leaving out crucial details just to make it fit. I mean, the zip code, the suite number, maybe even, the recipient's last name.
Exactly. It sounds totally absurd for a modern delivery system.
Yeah.
But that is actually how trillions of dollars move through global finance every single day.
It is honestly staggering when you really think about it.
It really is. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, our mission is to translate a single dense source. We are looking at the ISO 2022 Data Richness Guide. We want to show you how a hidden upgrade in global payments is basically revolutionizing modern business.
Right. We're finally moving away from what is essentially a 1970s hangover in the banking world.
Yeah. Okay, let's unpack this. How is technology from 50 years ago still dictating modern banking?
Well, it really comes down to legacy message text formats, specifically something called the MT103.
The MT103.
Yeah, these were designed back when computer bandwidth and storage were incredibly expensive, so they demanded this extreme data efficiency.
Right, which meant really tight character constraints and rigid, unstructured text boxes. It's like trying to squeeze a complex, multi-page legal contract into a single tweet.
Exactly. And the guide has this great scenario showing how badly this breaks down in practice. Say Global Construction, Inc. sends a $100,000 wire to Apex Steel to settle 3 separate invoices.
Okay, a pretty standard business transaction.
Right. But under the legacy MT103 format, the sender has to cram all the payment instructions into field 70.
And field 70 is tiny, right?
Oh, yeah. It only allows 4 lines of 35 characters each. So a bank clerk types out payment for NV 101, 102, 103 less 2% discount for steel delivery.
Right, but because of those strict character limits, the message just gets truncated. It gets chopped right off.
Yeah, it arrives at Apex Steel reading payment for NV 101, 102, 103 LES. The math just gets completely cut off.
Oh, wow. So the recipient is just left guessing.
Basically, yeah. That truncation forces Apex Steel's accounting team into a total nightmare of manual phone calls.
Just to figure out what the payment was even for.
Exactly. They have to hunt down the sender, figure out how much money went to which invoice, and then perform all these manual ledger adjustments just to reconcile the account.
Just a massive headache. So to fix that exact point of failure, the financial world built a structured digital solution, right?
Yes, exactly. The ISO 2022 MX messages, specifically formats like the PAX 008. They use XML data tags, things like the DBTR tag for debtor or the RMTM tag for remittance info.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting, because I'm looking at these XML tags right now in our source guide, and I got to push back a bit.
Oh, sure.
Isn't XML just more complex code for a stressed human accounting clerk to inevitably misread?
What's fascinating here is that this code isn't actually meant for humans to read at all. That is the fundamental paradigm shift.
Wait, not for humans at all?
Nope. Those XML tags explicitly define exact itemized amounts and discounts strictly for the recipient's computer systems. Ah, I see.
Yeah. So the code dictates, down to the cent, that $40,000 goes to invoice 101 and $60,000 goes to invoice 102.
Meaning the banking network itself essentially rejects the payment if the math in the XML tags doesn't add up perfectly.
Precisely. It validates all of that data before the transaction even settles.
So the truncation problem is just gone.
Eliminated entirely, yeah. The system physically will not let a mathematically incomplete message through the pipeline.
That is huge. So since machines can perfectly read this incoming data, they can fully automate the whole process.
Yes, which brings us to STP, or straight-through processing. We're talking about execution with zero human intervention.
Like from the very beginning to final ledger reconciliation.
Exactly. When Apex Steel receives that structured XML payload, their bank's compliance engines read those dedicated entity tags and instantly bounce them against global sanctions lists.
Like the OFAC lists.
Right, using fuzzy logic in under 10 milliseconds. Under 10 milliseconds. That is incredible, because the data isn't just a messy free text memo anymore. They aren't dealing with those endless false positives.
Yeah, no more legitimate companies getting flagged just because they share a word with a sanctioned entity.
Right. And then what happens?
Well, then an automated accounting platform like an ERP system such as SAP ingests the payment. It auto-matches the exact amounts to the open invoices, marks them as paid, and updates the cash flow ledger instantly.
So does this mean the end of the manual compliance department as we know it? I mean, Dropping operational processing costs by up to 80% is insane. We're talking about a monumental shift in how banks allocate resources.
It really is. It frees up human capital from playing data entry detective. And that efficiency shifts ISO 2022 from just a back-office IT upgrade into a core business enabler.
So what does this all mean? Basically, we are looking at a massive leap from broken, truncated text files that require manual translation to instant zero-touch SDP payments.
Yeah, instead of a dumb cardboard box, we're shipping a smart container with a built-in digital manifest that tells the receiving warehouse exactly where every single item belongs.
A massive upgrade in how capital flows globally. Which leaves you with a final question to ponder.
Oh, definitely.
As global money movement becomes as instantaneous and data-rich as sending an email, how will that totally frictionless flow of capital change the way global businesses negotiate and operate tomorrow?